after a stabbing death in Miami.
A man allegedly killed by his own girlfriend. So why hasn't she been charged? Local 10's Sanella Sabovic live with details on this. Sanella.
The big question is here, was this done in self-defense? Miami police investigators say that this is an ongoing and very active investigation. Meantime, we spoke with a group of friends that knew this couple very well, and they detail a rocky relationship.
It's just heartbreaking. Everyone is just so devastated.
This trio was very close to 27-year-old Christian Obumseli and his girlfriend, who they've identified as 25-year-old Courtney Clenny, an OnlyFans model and Instagram influencer. So when police reported that Obumseli was fatally stabbed by Clenny on Sunday inside their Miami apartment, the friends were left speechless. They portray a very violent relationship at the hands of only one person.
I've seen her hit him. I've never seen him hit her.
Officers say there was a struggle before Obumseli was stabbed in the shoulder. He died at the hospital. Investigators are still trying to figure out what happened and if Clenny acted in self-defense.
From what we've personally experienced between the both of them, we believe that Christian wouldn't put her in a position where she would need to stab him to protect herself.
Police say in the past 3 months, they've responded to multiple disturbance calls at the couple's apartment. Their mutual friends are still trying to process what went wrong. And following the stabbing, Clenny was detained. She was brought here to the police department for questioning, and during that process, she was threatening to kill herself. So officers took her to the hospital where she was Baker acted. As it stands at this moment, she has not been charged. As it stands at this moment, she has not been charged. She has not been charged.
Developing right now at noon, police have made an arrest after a woman was stabbed to death earlier this week in Sunrise.
Her boyfriend is now in custody. Her boyfriend is now in custody. Her boyfriend is now in custody. He tells us what led up to this arrest. Parker.
Janice, 28-year-old Casey Wilson is in jail charged with premeditated murder. Police say that he killed his girlfriend. So Casey Wilson facing that premeditated murder charge.
She has not been charged.
So Casey Wilson facing that premeditated murder charge.
She has not been charged.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Also, sincere shalom to you other elders, you brethren, you followers of the truth, and even you few sisters, and shalom to the elect. Anyway, I want to go in this video, kind of difficult to do because of the nature of it, so I can't say but so much, but I want to go first on touching the outlook of it and how people perceive it, because they see a so-called black-looking man there and a so-called white-looking woman. This is what the average Israelite community sees, but clearly you can't strictly judge on the skin tone. It is the spirit, as St. John 6:63 says. It's all about the spirit. But now you do have people who doesn't care about that ideology, and because they may have that tone, they may use that as a privilege, if you know what I mean. Okay? And then you got Jake, who is beaten down, and he's caught up on both sides of the coin, whether in jail or underground, right? Men have gone out of their wits, right? A lot of Jake have died over these situations or lost their lives in general, right? And that's because of the weak nature that Jake has, because of being beaten down, man. And because primarily, and I'll go into this a little later in the next video probably, people have a problem when we say Christianity, okay, is kind of an upstart or this kind of behavior. Now, there was a Christian on another I'll get to that maybe in the next video, who said throughout the laws. They don't have anything to do with the laws, right? So clearly these people don't follow the laws of the scriptures. So you see what happens. And the society doesn't uphold the laws of the scriptures. So it's best not to even get in these situations. Now anyway, as we can see in the Queen of Heaven that we live in, the woman, Courtney Clenny or whatever her name is, who stabbed up her boyfriend, right? Killed him. She claimed, I don't know, self-defense or believe in another news channel, she said she was, they sent her to a mental hospital for psychic evaluation. Now, we all know if Jake do the same damn thing and stab up a woman, no matter what color she is or who she is, he's going away. And especially if she's this tone on the right, or what you see, you definitely going away. Because right now, there's no mercy on you Jakes. This proves that you can get stabbed up and die, and they could still walk. And you could do this vice versa, stab them and die, and you're not going to walk. They can walk, you're going to prison, or you're going to the grave. Okay? Either way, let me get a scripture real quick before I continue. 2nd Ezra 14:14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now that weak nature. So in both of these episodes, you had high level of domestic violence. And this is why I'm doing this video, because you got brothers who get mad at Eve, get mad at the woman, and they just start losing control. Right? When you're going back and forth like that, and sometimes you're going to do that because that's what it takes sometimes to get things right. But for the most part, if it gets so out of control that you can't deal with this, you got to put off that weak nature of going back and forth, man. You got to let it go. Because you know what's going to happen. Each one of them, well, if they died, they can't move on. But the Jake is not going to be able to move on. Right? You're going to jail, or you're going to die. One or the other. You're either going to go to jail. Your life isn't going. Now this woman Courtney Clenny, they're going to give her a psych evaluation. If she gets time, she might get convicted of 3rd degree or whatever, manslaughter. I don't know. She might do 2 years, have fun in jail, do what they do in prison. Who knows? And she'll be out, and she gonna go to the next Jake, and this Jake gonna be dead in the ground and all forgotten, right? This is what it goes. This is how it happens. I know a guy of the world that I grew up with when we was younger in a group home. He called me maybe 2 years ago, said his wife stabbed him up. Ambulance came, just like this other guy that died, though. He died. Ambulance came. He got rushed to the hospital. He survived. She went to jail until a court trial came up. So she literally did 9 months in prison, or in jail, not even prison. There's a difference. Prison is when they haul you off and you actually do time. She spent 9 months in jail, got some psych evaluation, right? Seen a therapist. Now, mind you, he's the one that got stabbed. They're not asking him to see therapy. They're not giving him a psych evaluation, even though he's the one that got stabbed. They're going to make sure she gets the psych evaluation and the therapy and all the treatments she needs. So this is what I keep saying. They're using the weaker vessel image, so to speak, and using that to control, right? And have power. And I'll say Eve because, we got to say certain things on these videos. Out of their weakness, so to speak, out of their so-called soft side, delicateness is, we know the difference, they've been made strong. You must open the door, you must roll out the carpet, you must light all the candles, and they're in the power seat. That is the craziest thing. They're in the power seat. Anyway, let's go to Isaiah 29:16. Surely you're turning things upside down. We quote this one as shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that he framed it, he had no understanding. These guys, these Jakes, They're under a high level spell of sorcery, and they're worshiping the Queen of Heaven. I was in a situation today, and I saw the lady got up to go out to the front, to open the door, and the little older Jake jumped up, ran all the way across the room, opened up the door, and bowed and said, "Have a nice day, and you have a great summer." And they looked at him like he was crazy, and put their head down and kept on walking. And that's exactly what Jake gets. This is what Jake does, man. He worshipped so much that he lost all his power. He has no more strength, man. And the Most High did that. The Most High took Jake's strength, Verse 19. And the meek, it says, the meek also shall increase in their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. Okay? For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. And this is what we're looking for, man. The new power seat. They've got, this man has got to get out of the power seat, man. He's done enough. Jake is fully destroyed. If Jake ain't shooting each other, killing each other, he's getting locked up or getting killed, right, on other levels. Jake is just a walking stumbling block, man. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to make this too long, but this is what it is, man. This is what it is. This is the sickness of this society. Sickness groomed with Christianity. I mean, everything is backwards. Christianity teaches you have one wife. There's no order. You're all equal. Eve can do whatever the hell they want to do. You can even mistreat your wife if you want. You can beat her down and stomp her face, right? You don't have to take care of your children. This is what they teach, to throw out all the laws. But then they'll throw some in there and say you're supposed to have moral things that you're supposed to do. But according to the laws of the Most High, nope, you ain't got to worry about that. That's out the door. Anyway, let's get this last scripture. Proverbs 20, and it looks like 23. Diverse weights are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good, right? So everything is not good. Everything is backwards, right? There's no order. Everything is just out of control. It's an abomination. Everything is totally flipped on the other side, And we don't condone stabbing up your wife or beating up your wife or, mistreating your wife and your family and your children, right? This is the thing that we're not supposed to do, even morally. But somehow, because of the softness and tenderness of Eve, if she has an excuse to do that, then it must be abuse, and she lost her mind, she lost control. Always an excuse, man. You Jakes ain't gonna get it. This is why we say this truth shall make you free. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.